Brothers and sisters of the African continent, and friends from every corner of the globe, welcome once again to Chronicle Updates, the channel where Africa's light shines brightly and where we uncover the stories of resilience, progress, and human dignity. Today, we bring you an inspiring story from Burkina Faso, a story that shows that even behind prison walls, seeds of hope can be planted, dignity can be restored, and sovereignty can be nurtured. This is the story of the Baporo Agricultural Penitentiary Center, where detainees are not only serving sentences, but also serving their nation by actively contributing to food sovereignty. What is happening in Baporo is far more than a government program. It is a vision that transforms punishment into productivity, despair into dignity, and incarceration into reintegration. It is proof that justice, agriculture, and national development can move hand in hand. On September 12, 2025, a remarkable moment unfolded when the Minister of Justice of Burkina Faso, Maître Edasso Rodrigue Bayala, accompanied by his colleagues from Agriculture and Public Service, paid a visit to the Baporo Agricultural Penitentiary Center. This visit was not a formality. It was recognition, an affirmation of the value of this transformative project. The center manages 130 hectares of farmland, and this season alone detainees are expected to produce 224 tons of food. This includes 63.75 tons of rice, 72 tons of maize, 53.75 tons of sorghum, 16.5 tons of soybeans, 12 tons of cowpeas, and 6 tons of sesame. These numbers are not just statistics. They represent resilience in the face of food insecurity, climate change, and reliance on imports. And the vision goes further. By 2026, the project aims to expand to 300 hectares. This initiative challenges traditional views of prisons. Across the world, prisons are often seen as places of isolation and wasted human potential. But in Baporo, Burkina Faso is rewriting the script. Here, prisons are not just about punishment. They are places where human energy, once misdirected, is being redirected toward national growth. Instead of remaining idle, detainees are tilling the land, producing food, and learning skills that will help them reintegrate into society. Minister Bayala emphasized this philosophy during his visit, stating, "In line with the vision of our comrade president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, we were instructed to ensure that our prisons become centers of production." This marks a profound shift. Justice is no longer just about retribution, but about transformation, rehabilitation, and making every citizen a participant in nation building. The minister witnessed firsthand the joy of detainees working the land. Their efforts were marked not by despair, but by eagerness and pride. For many, this was more than farm work. It was a second chance, a chance to show their worth, rebuild their lives, and return to their communities as people who had contributed meaningfully to Burkina Faso's development. This project is about far more than food production. It is about dignity. It demonstrates that detainees remain human beings capable of value. It redefines punishment, showing that it can be a step toward reintegration. And it reshapes justice into something restorative rather than purely punitive. Challenges remain, of course. The center's director, Kafando S. Rowland, pointed out urgent needs such as larger drying areas, proper storage facilities, and a rehabilitated pumping station to secure irrigation during dry seasons. Without these, expanding to 300 hectares will be difficult. Yet these obstacles do not diminish the achievement so far. Instead, they highlight the importance of continued investment and support for such pioneering projects. The Ministry of Agriculture has already thrown its weight behind this initiative. Regional agronomists and technical experts are working closely with detainees, teaching modern farming techniques and helping adapt cultivation to the land's unique conditions. This collaboration underscores a powerful truth. Food food security is not only the job of farmers, but a collective national responsibility. Looking at the broader African landscape, the Baporo model fits into the continent's wider drive for food sovereignty. From Ethiopia's wheat revolution to Nigeria's rice push, and now Burkina Faso's prison farms, Africa is reshaping agriculture as not just a matter of survival, but as a tool of independence and pride. By involving detainees, Burkina Faso is addressing not only food production, but also unemployment, reintegration, and stigma. When these men and women return to their families and communities, they will return not just as former prisoners, but as skilled farmers and contributors to society. This initiative also embodies the spirit of Ubuntu, the African philosophy that says, "I am because we are." It recognizes that every individual, regardless of past mistakes, has value. By giving detainees the chance to contribute, the nation affirms their worth and strengthens the collective. This does not mean crime is excused or punishment erased. Instead, it means punishment is balanced with responsibility, discipline with productivity, and justice with humanity. It means channeling human energy, not into despair, but into the building of schools, the feeding of families, and the strengthening of sovereignty. Now imagine this approach replicated across Africa. Imagine prisons across the continent becoming centers of agriculture, vocational training, and even renewable energy. The collective contribution of thousands of detainees could boost economies, reduce food imports, and transform lives. It would showcase Africa's ability to innovate in justice, agriculture, and governance at the same time. The story of Baporo is not just about Burkina Faso. It is about Africa's ability to turn challenges into opportunities. Too often, prisons are portrayed as neglected or overcrowded. But here, Burkina Faso demonstrates that those same spaces can become symbols of hope, dignity, and transformation. As Minister Bayala concluded, "With general interest work, we will demystify the prison, we will demystify the convict, and we will show that the convict is still a person who must return to society." These words speak not only to Burkina Faso but to the entire continent. They remind us that justice should lead to reintegration, that sovereignty begins with self-reliance, and that no human potential should be wasted. Brothers and sisters, the fields of Baporo are more than farmlands. They are classrooms of transformation, beacons of resilience, and proof of what Africa can achieve when vision meets action. They show us that even in the most unexpected places, the seeds of Africa's renaissance are being planted. Let us celebrate the courage of detainees working under the sun, the wisdom of leaders who embrace reintegration over exclusion, and the vision of a continent walking toward self-sufficiency. May initiatives like Baporo inspire others across Africa, turning prisons into places not of despair, but of rebirth, not of wasted lives, but of renewed hope, not of dependency, but of sovereignty. This is Chronicle Updates, telling Africa's story with pride. If you believe in the power of second chances, in the dignity of labor, and in Africa's path to self-reliance, share this story and keep supporting this vision. May Africa rise, may its people thrive, and may justice everywhere become not only fair, but transformative.